It's Sunday, and you know what that means, guys. It's Speed Build Sunday. I have decided to do this big old house that came with, I think, the Pets expansion. It's called the Lighthouse, and yeah, I'm just doing a room at a time, so to sort of like make it more bite-sized because I have been pretty busy with work and things lately. So I'm just starting with this teenage girl's room. It had like a piano and stuff in it before, and I was like, no, oust, that takes up too much room. But I think I made it pretty cute. Anyway, so on to our usual catch up a bit. I have had my birthday now. It was a couple of weeks ago. I got some really cute board games that I've been wanting for ages. I got one called Flamecraft, which is literally like you run you don't run the dragon shops, but you go around dragon shops adding dragons to them, and the dragons are so cute, and you like collect dragons, add dragons to the shops, you can enchant the shops, you can add new shops to the little town, and the idea is that you build up your reputation by going around these shops and collecting resources. I'm probably not explaining it very well, but look up Flamecraft if you're into cute, cozy board games. Super duper recommend. And like, it's kind of a bit fiddly to first learn it, but once you've gotten over that hurdle, it's absolutely amazing and lovely. And there's no like, well, there's a bunch of cards and one other thing that you can add to it if you sort of start feeling like cocky and confident in your abilities. But there's no like second learning curve, if you see what I mean. So yeah, definitely it is relatively easy to learn, and then, you know, once you know it, you know it. And then the other game that I got, which we played recently, is the Jane Austen board game, which I haven't found any other videos of anybody playing. So if somebody would be interested in that, I could definitely get a couple people together and we could play the Jane Austen board game. It would be incredibly easy to turn into like a role-playing, like not a full-on TTRPG, but those kind of vibes, like so easy. So if anybody would be interested in seeing that or taking part in that, I'd 100% make a video of it for you guys, because there doesn't seem to be any videos of people playing it anywhere. And I was kind of like, there was one thing, a rule I wasn't sure on how things work, because at the end of each round you pick up an event card, and like the lead player rolls the dice, so you have a different lead player each time. And I wasn't sure, because the way the event cards are worded is very like one person, but we played it because the rules made it sound like every player is affected by that scenario, but the scenario seemed like very much a one person scenario. So yeah, I was looking and I couldn't find anything of anybody playing it. The only things I could find of its existence were like places to buy it, and I think maybe like 2 reviews of it, but that was more like talking about what's there and if it's good kind of thing, not exactly how to play it or somebody actually like playing through it, which is something I really enjoy, like content wise for myself, is watching people play board games. Unfortunately, it doesn't do super well on my YouTube channel, so you know, I really need to see a demand for it, guys. Come on, leave in the comments, play the board games, girl, we want to see, please. I'll be so grateful if you guys want to see. But yeah, so I figured maybe putting some content out there, maybe somebody else might search for it and they'd find my video and get an idea for playing it. But that's that. But the way that it can be like a TTRPG-esque situation is that you could just sort of, so you go each round, a person goes to one of a few different options for what they're doing, so you can like develop your mind, go to dinner, call on a friend, go for a walk, that kind of thing. All of those things you could role play those, like verbally role play them, describe what you're doing, talk about, because they have like cards with characters on them of who is at those things. You could talk about your interactions with those characters. If you had somebody being like a GM, a game master, for those of you who don't speak tabletop role-playing games, you could have somebody doing that job, kind of orchestrating everything, and they could, you know, play the part of that character, or just, you know, say like, yeah, that's great, that's cool, this character says this, and because some of them are like, you can't marry this person, you can't marry anybody that's got less than this score for your marriage points. So you, at the end, you count up. If you get married or proposed to, or get your heart broken, you get points added and deducted for those things. So they each have a score, and there was one card that came up and said, you cannot marry anybody. While this card is like active on your thing, you can't choose to marry anybody, or choose to take a suitor that's got less than, I think it's like 18 points, 18 marriage points. So like, if you were to roleplay that scenario, you'd be like, oh, you can't go with this man, you know, he's not eligible enough for you, he's not wealthy, he doesn't bring enough power with his name, you know, that kind of crap people said in Jane Austen times. So yeah, sorry, I've rambled on about this for literally like 5 whole minutes of this shorter video, and yeah, I will talk about something else now. For those of you who are more into not board games, we have news that The Sims 1 and 2 are back for purchase on EA and on Steam, and I have purchased them both. I've played some of The Sims 2, and I cried when that music came on, when it loaded in their neighbourhood. Oh, I had the first kiss cutscene between Angela Pleasant and Dustin Broke. It was beautiful. The graphics were, you know, Sims 2 graphics. They're not Sims 4 graphics, but they're not Sims 1 graphics, so we're somewhere in between with that. But the cutscene, oh, and the music, it's like do do do, do do do, do do do, do do. Anyways, I'm so excited. I will be posting a couple of Sims, I don't want to say let's plays, but like maybe, like, you know, me diving back into The Sims for a little bit, and I'll record it and post and, you know, edit it just to be the highlights, and then I'll post it for you guys for both Sims 2 and Sims 1. And then I think that will also be a really good idea for the newer generation of gamers who haven't seen Sims 1 or 2. There are a lot of people who have never touched Sims 1, and a fairly large group of people who have never touched Sims 2. So giving like an overview through play, I'm not gonna sit there maybe I could, I don't know, giving like some sort of just window into what the game's actually like. One, what they look like, because I worry that people would expect Sims 4 graphics, but you know, what they look like, what the gameplay is like, what some of the cool features are that are not in later Sims games, that kind of stuff. Be it like an overview video, or like just me playing it so that people can see, maybe one of each. Yeah, I will definitely be making those, so look out for those very, very soon. Probably, I don't know, by the end of the month, definitely. I'm trying to get things out, but I've got quite a lot of other videos. I took some time off in January for my birthday and for health reasons. I'm still adjusting to the working situation, and potentially in the summer I may start taking a few more hours and seeing how that goes. Just one, because your girl likes money, and 2 because we're in a financial situation where we are still reliant on the government to keep us afloat, and I have to go to meetings at something called a job centre, and essentially they said that I'm earning enough now that I don't technically have to go to them. They don't have to nag me and stuff to be getting more things, but the minute it's like half term, and especially during the summer holidays, I will not be meeting the criteria that they need for me to not be coming in. So I need to just maybe get a couple more hours here and there. So maybe like either an hour extra a day, or like do one day that's like a full day, and that should hopefully make up the difference. But we're not 100% sure. I'm not 100% sure that the school will let me do that, but they did try and get me to work full time, so I can't see why they didn't want to do that. Anyway, that's my little life update. I've got The Sims 1 and 2, and I'm potentially in like June gonna be working a few more hours a week, so expect videos to get a little bit wonky then, just keep up with them, my body adjust. Anyway, this is the room. I think I've got some pictures for you. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.